Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into wisdom from the Bible, specifically Proverbs chapter 13.
Yeah, a really packed chapter.
It really is. Our goal is sort of unpack the practical insights here, see what applies to us now.
And it's fascinating how it sets up these really stark contrasts. Different ways of living leading to very different places.
It feels very focused on consequence, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Less about just rules, more about where choices lead.
Exactly. It shows you the destination, plain and simple.
And it jumps right into something huge, our words. Verse 3, that contrast. He who guards his lips guards his life, but he who speaks rashly will come to ruin. And verse 2 mentions enjoying good things from the fruit of his lips.
That idea of fruit is powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our words actually produce things,
Yeah.
outcomes.
Yeah, not just noise.
Right. So guarding your lips isn't just about being quiet. It's about being intentional.
Mm.
Realizing a rash word can genuinely cause ruin.
Well, thoughtful speech brings good things.
Precisely.
And that ties into another big theme, this idea of, effort and results. Verse 4.
The sluggard and the diligent, classic.
The sluggard craves and gets nothing,
Just wishes.
but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied. It seems almost like a basic life principle.
It is. Wanting isn't achieving. It's the consistent effort, the diligence that actually gets you there.
Mm.
Craving leads to emptiness, action to fulfillment.
The chapter then broadens this out, doesn't it? From actions to, the core of a person, their character.
The righteous versus the wicked. It says the righteous hate falsehood, while the wicked bring shame.
And this line really stood out. Righteousness guards the man of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner.
It paints integrity, that ethical consistency, almost as a form of protection, a shield.
Yeah, guards you.
Whereas wickedness, deceit, destructive behavior, it's shown as self-sabotaging. It becomes the very thing that trips you up.
And those visuals, too. The light of the righteous shines brightly.
But the lamp of the wicked is snuffed out. Such strong imagery.
It really is. It points to the long-term result, the trajectory.
Exactly. Misfortune follows the sinner. Prosperity rewards the righteous. It even hints at legacy, leaving an inheritance.
So one path leads towards light, flourishing, the other to darkness and trouble. Not random, but consequences.
The natural unfolding based on the path you're walking.
So how do you get on or stay on that better path? The chapter seems to point strongly towards wisdom and instruction.
Absolutely central. Verse 1. A wise son heeds instruction, but a mocker doesn't listen to rebuke.
So wisdom isn't automatic. You have to cultivate it by listening, especially to correction.
Spot on. And pride is the enemy of that. It closes you off, leads to quarrels. Verse 10 says, wisdom is found in those who take advice.
Makes sense. And if you don't value instruction...
Now, consequences sound pretty severe. He who scorns instruction will pay for it.
Ooh.
But respecting a command leads to reward. And this other line is amazing. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life,
Wow, a fountain of life.
turning a man from the snares of death.
Oh.
It presents teaching not just as advice, but as life-saving.
Pulling you back from disaster.
Yeah. And it's not just what you listen to, but who. He who walks with the wise grows wise.
But a companion of fools suffers harm. Your circle matters. A lot.
Profoundly shapes you. It loops back to discipline, too. Ignoring it brings shame. Heeding correction brings honor.
Even loving a child is connected to being willing to discipline them.
It's all interwoven, isn't it? Your words, your work ethic, your character, how open you are to learning, who you associate with.
Proverbs 13 frames them as, well, fundamental. They determine the direction of your life.
Exactly. These aren't just dusty old sayings.
No, they feel very immediate. You see these principles playing out around you, don't you? Communication, work, relationships.
You really do. They offer a way to look at choices based on their likely outcomes, their trajectory.
It's just such a clear picture of these contrasting results tied to our paths. So maybe the final thought for you listening is this. Given that focus on outcomes, how might thinking about these verses prompt you to, evaluate the fundamental direction of your own steps?
Something to reflect on, definitely.
Yeah.